Cran's here. Hey, Cran. Soraya's here. Okay. Albert's here. Welcome. We are waiting for Victoria.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey,
Phyllis, welcome.
thank you.
Thank you for being here tonight.
No worries.
Hard to hear me?
No,
I think
perfectly.
Cran said, okay, okay. We'll see. I have the fans on, so it's really hot here tonight.
Is it really? Oh, it's so cold here.
It's 5:30 here, and it's about 81 degrees right now.
Oof.
So that could be it. That could be why you can't hear me as well.
Okay.
We are waiting for Victoria. I think, let's see. She told me she was ready, so she should be joining real soon. How was your day, Phyllis?
It was okay. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't complain.
Nobody listens anyway, right?
I know exactly. How was your day?
My day was extremely busy.
Oh, really? What happened today?
Ah, uh, we had to deliver a new machine to a new client today, so that took almost all day.
Oh, wow.
Get that all set up, a vending machine, get it all set up and ready to go.
Hmm.
So as soon as Victoria joins, I'm gonna have her call in. Cran will actually be coming on right after you.
Okay.
Yeah, and I appreciate you doing this tonight.
Oh, no worries. My pleasure.
You get to do some readings today.
I didn't. I wanted to,
Ah,
but it just didn't work out that way.
something about Fridays, you know.
Yeah, I get
People
it.
are people are geared up for the weekends. Hey, Grizz, they're geared up for the weekends, so they have their minds on something else, and their money, their wallet, someplace else.
Yeah,
Oh, I wish those dogs would just be quiet already.
Is that your
Cran,
dog?
what? No, it's the dogs behind this house.
Uh,
They have a little kennel right against the fence on the property line.
fun.
Yeah. Cran, why don't you go ahead and call in, Cran, so we can keep time. Victoria asked if we could keep this, uh, her portion of it to an hour, and we can definitely do that. Can you hear it? Can you hear the dogs?
Oh yeah, they're going crazy.
Yeah, there's three of them. Throw them a T-bone? Look, listen, Grizz. I throw myself a T-bone before I throw those dogs a T-bone.
Yeah, right?
No, they're just they're locked in the kennel 24 hours a day. They're not let out. They don't have free time, you know.
That's
Yeah, they have all this pent up energy.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh,
Let's add plan so we can get her up here. Hmm. Victoria's having problems. Oh, there she is. Yay! There she is. Let's add her as well.
It is sad.
Yeah. Sorry. There we go.
I look like a teenager. I'm trying to hear you guys. I'm
With
having a
the
hard time hearing, so.
Hi, Cran. Welcome.
Hi, guys. I'm sorry. I'm having a really hard time hearing you today.
Hi,
hello.
Hey, Victoria. Welcome.
Hi, Victoria.
can you guys hear me okay? I'm in Mexico, so I don't.
Yeah, I just hear a dog.
That's not a dog. I don't have a dog.
She's
I'm
she's
sorry,
making fun of
Luca.
me.
I'm
She's
sorry,
making fun of
Luca.
me. That's okay. Okay, we'll get started. Victoria's on the time crunch tonight, so we want to try to keep everything down to an hour. So we're going to do that instead. Okay?
Okay.
We're going to change up a little bit. But Victoria, before we start, I had asked two people you see on your screen. The one above you, her name is Phyllis. She will be doing a blessing before we start.
Okay, perfect.
And then the one over to your left will actually be giving you a reading before you and I have a conversation.
Okay, cool.
Because she's also on the time crunch.
Cool. I'm
Okay.
down.
So,
Just tell me when and I can start.
okay, I'm going to do the introductions. Everybody, welcome to
Hi,
our
baby.
live tonight. I am really ecstatic about tonight's live. I have a guest that I've been following for the past 6, maybe 7 years on Periscope, and everyone here you see in the room tonight, Victoria, actually comes from Periscope. So we all met there. They're very good people, very big part of our community. I'd like to introduce everyone to Victoria Prince. If you're not following her on Instagram, please do that. V Prince Music on Instagram. And on TikTok is Miss D Prince 400K, I believe. So let's see. Airbro, oh my goodness, I haven't seen him in a
Oh,
while.
you leave?
She was buffering. I think she should come back.
Yeah, she probably had to
Okay,
go out and come back in.
Hmm.
we'll wait.
She is in, I believe she said Kabul. So
Oh, well.
there's a
Oh,
little time difference
yeah.
as well as you two ladies. So maybe it's the hotel Wi-Fi, but we'll see. Come back, Victoria. Yes. And that was our show for tonight, folks. Nothing else to see. Thank you so much for being here.
Good night.
Right. Good
The
night.
bang, bang, bang.
Right. There's nothing else to see here. Or leave the front light on for you. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah,
Right. So let's see.
and go.
Yeah. Really.
Just joking.
Really.
Maybe we need to clear the energy so that her computer can come back through.
Absolutely.
That's all,
Okay. There
folks.
she is.
Guys,
Yeah.
I feel like a 12-year-old tonight. Like, seriously, I'm looking like a raver girl here.
Okay.
It's my daughter's
Yeah.
headset.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Sorry,
That
mom
was it.
kicked me off.
Oh, that's okay. I called my son before. I said, "Don't call me. I'm going to be on the call." So it's okay. So everyone, welcome back again. Again, welcome to Victoria Prince. I am super excited to have you as our guest tonight. Besides being somebody that I really like your music, I do like your content as well. I'm excited to hear your story tonight. To get started, why don't we have Phyllis bless the room? Phyllis?
Okay.
I'm still some music on. That's into the smoke, I release all energies that no longer serve my greatest good and the greater good of everyone in this room tonight. All negativity that surrounds me and fears that limits me, I ask that only love, light, happiness, and abundance fills this space. And so it is. guardians of the four corners, Mother, Father in the sky, angels, ancestors, sacred ones, I call on you and welcome you here now. I set the intention that whatever is gained from the lessons learned from this tour will be dedicated to the growth of all beings, and so it is.
Thank you, Phyllis.
You're welcome.
Okay, can I say a short prayer before we start too as well? Just a quick one. Dear Lord, thank you for tonight. Thank you for bringing all these beautiful souls together. Thank you for the many blessings you put upon us this week. And we look forward to such a beautiful weekend. I am so grateful to have met such beautiful people through this community, and especially for our guest tonight, Victoria. Please, God, watch over her, give her safe travels. Thank you for giving her prosperity, abundance, and love. We ask that you be with us this night. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Keeping it moving. Okay, Crap, you're up next.
Okay. Well, Victoria, I tend to do things a little bit different than other people do. I work my magic in the random kind of thing. So the cards that I brought tonight are, I have Angels of Atlantis, I have a Fairies deck, and I have a Crystal deck. Is there one that you're more drawn to?
Crystal deck.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I can't hear her.
Crystal deck. Crystal deck.
Okay. Luca, I'm gonna go
Yes.
down and come back up. I think it might.
Okay.
It just everybody's pictures are spinning for me,
Okay.
so I feel like I might not hear. I'm gonna go down and come
Okay.
back up. I'm sorry.
All right.
Okay, thanks.
Victoria, how was your day?
It was went in the little town that I'm nearby, Todos Santos. Frida Kahlo used to live here. It's very
Oh,
art.
okay.
It's really it's getting busier, but it's really cute. There's a lot of cute little boutiques. So I went into town for lunch, and I was going and pitching my brand to the local boutiques and surf shops.
Oh, I see. Okay, nice. Nice. Do you like Kabul? Is that one of your favorite places?
I'm actually like an hour from Cabo. That's the closest to me. So it's a lot different than Cabo, the city. It's more slow. It's kind of country, and I love it here. I moved here knowing that I just be living somewhere different way anymore. So I think I'm in.
Very nice. Very nice. Grant, you okay, Grant?
I think so, but the audio is going a little bit in and out. So if you'll bear with me, if I might have to ask to hear a repeat.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that. So I think you said the crystal deck.
Yes.
Crystals. Yeah, they're a really nice one actually, and they give a lot of intention because they're big. Like I don't know if you can see the difference between my hands, but I enjoy them because they're big, so I have to focus. So we're looking for a message from the Crystal Ally deck for Victoria. We ask that it be honest, clear, and true. That it be something that she resonates to help empower and move her life forward. To have the life she loves, the life she dreams of, the life she deserves. Again, we're looking for a message from the Crystal Ally deck for Victoria. What message they have for her today, or an answer to a question she holds in her heart. Again, we're asking that it be honest, clear, and true. That it be something that resonates with her, she understands to empower and move her life forward. Have the life she loves, the life she dreams of, the life she deserves. Interesting. So we have prayer, which is fulgurite, and release, which is aquamarine. And I'm going to turn the camera because you can't really see it. I think it goes reverse when we do like this. I might not even be able to see very good. Sorry, guys.
I can see it.
And so it's prayer. I mean, what were we all just doing, like, as a giant group, right?
Right.
And then the other one is release, which is aquamarine. If we can see the card. I love the artwork on these ones. I find it's well written too. Release and prayer. I mean, those are obviously two things we all are into and doing. I'm sorry the book is set up a little bit backwards. I can hear myself in the background, guys.
Me too.
Yeah.
Feedback issue.
Yeah, it's like we're getting reacquainted. Okay, so prayer for Fogalite 271. Oh, I found a leaf. I'm a bit of a crazy plant lady, so there's leaves in my book. So it says, Fulgurite is speaking to you of the power of prayer to create radical and unforeseeable change in your life. Fulgurite is ready to carry your prayers and wishes to the universe, but don't expect them to manifest in any usual way. The universe is on the verge of supplying you with a new and totally different direction. The old saying, be careful what you pray for you will surely get it, is certainly true in this case. That which you have been praying for is about to be manifested. Expect the universe to throw in a couple of lessons along with a gift, however, and give thanks for all that you are about to learn. Just as a storm brings renewal and rebirth, so does the energy of Fulgurite. Embrace its vibration and open yourself to its frequency. You will soon understand that when you are centered in the prayers of thanksgiving and surrender to the divine, all of your true desires will be answered. The chakra is all chakras. So that would mean we would want to balance all chakras. And the affirmation is, I am thankful for the blessings that are manifest in my life. I am thankful for the blessings that are manifest in my life. And we always say it a third time. I am thankful for the blessings that are manifest in my life. So when we're doing affirmations, I always prescribe twice a day, minimum of twice a day for 14 days. If you can do it more and for longer, obviously the intensity will increase. But that's always what I say. I mean, when you wake up, when you go to sleep, at least you can hit those 2 points of a day and invest those little bit of time in yourself, right? Even if you think you're only worth $10, you should be able to give yourself, a minute in the day and a minute at the night, right? So this is how I present it to people, because a lot of times people aren't feeling their true value. So we can meet you at the bottom and still find value and worth, right? So I always say morning and night if you can in 14 days, because they say that it takes 14 days to create a new habit. So that's for prayer, which is, obviously, and I haven't actually seen Fulgurite in person, but now I'm curious to go and investigate what it looks like. So aquamarine, I think that's like a fairly popular stone. 79. So it says, aquamarine has appeared today as a reminder that it is only by releasing the old that we can make way for the new. Perhaps you're holding on too tightly to an idea or situation that needs to be released in order to take on the form that is most beneficial for you at this time. The universe will always create that which is for your highest good, if you allow it to. Aquamarine is asking you to take inventory of your life and possessions and to release that which no longer fits who you are. Create a giveaway ceremony in which you release those aspects from your life, giving away the energy of control and allowing yourself to have faith that the universe will use the energy to create what is in your highest good. Clean out your closets, both inner and outer, and create space for the new to take form. Allow the light of spirit to enter and fill your body and mind. The chakra is your throat chakra. The affirmation is, I release that which no longer serves and accept universal abundance. I release that which no longer serves and I accept universal abundance. I release that which no longer serves and accept universal abundance. So it sounds like in your very big and successful and amazing life that we've heard you describe, that you're itching to try something else or to expand. Perhaps it might be a little bit not in line with what you've usually done, perhaps.
That's
But
exactly, yeah.
but it sounds like it's exactly what's good for next.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like when we've mounted the hill, we start looking, where's that other mountain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because we achieved it. We got that. Okay, now what? Right?
Yeah.
And so don't be scared. I feel like you have such a great base. I feel like you have such a great base. So like wherever you want to fly from there, they're coming with you. You know, who's meant to come with you will come. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
don't think you have to necessarily destroy anything, but like maybe you need to step to the side and let this thing continue on its path while you're creating this other wing or avenue, you know, even though it looks different maybe or doesn't seem to tie in. I think once you're there, you'll see how it does.
Okay.
Does that feel like what's happening? Does that resonate in any way?
Exactly. I mean, right now I'm kind of reinventing myself. I'm doing something completely different than I've ever done. Really exciting, but kind of scary. Um, and
The entrepreneur life.
I keep finding myself trying to go back to
Mm.
like the familiar, like, oh, okay, so I should play music. I should start playing shows again. That's something I'll never stop doing, but and then something comes up and I'm like, I'm not supposed to be focusing on I'm supposed to be using music to just heal myself. And then I keep hitting roadblocks where it's like, absolutely not, you are not supposed to be doing eyelash.
The universe gets sassy when we don't listen, yes.
You're not supposed to be doing that. So, and that's exactly what happened. And then I'm like, okay, not supposed to be doing. Okay, cool. And then I'm like, well, what am I supposed to be doing? And then my friends were like, what about if we um, pay for your yoga teacher training so you can come and teach with us? And I was like, that's the universe. How can I say no?
Right.
So that's
And maybe you're going to start making good music that goes with yoga, and while you're practicing yoga, your music will flow into those things.
something's gonna. I'm in a huge in my life and feel it, and it's like every time you are in a huge shift, you have like, people reveal themselves to you, and it's supposed to be your life. The purge happens, and then places don't resonate with you anymore.
Right. So you think of it like a sieve when the water runs through, like, you know, when you're sifting for gold, the water runs through and the little tiny pebbles fall away.
Mm-hmm.
And what's left is the gold and the bits that are in line.
Yep.
It doesn't mean those little pieces don't have a purpose. They're still out there in the world. They're still doing their flow. They're still in the river. They're still part of the whole. But they're not in your little sift that you've special pulled out.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's like I don't know. It's just like anything that's not supposed is not aligned with the frequency that you're making, it can't stand you.
That's science. There's actual like physical science to prove that.
And
So
it's a lot of ways where I'm like I can feel it where I don't belong here right now. I cannot fucking. That's like I'm like okay, like that's where I'm supposed to.
yeah.
Or who I thought were friends, or they're just not aligned with me. They're not bad people. It's just a different life. You know, there's
We
no
also
bad people. It's just everybody does bad things sometimes, and that's okay.
right, and everybody makes choices, right? Like there's choices. But I also try to remind people like just because some of your people are moving away right now doesn't mean y'all aren't going to line up again, you know, later in another point. You know what I mean? And it's kind of what it's hard. It's hard to like let them step aside and change that sort of dynamic in your everyday life. But I always try to remind people that just because they've stepped away doesn't mean they won't come back. I'm 44 years old. I've lost friends. They've come back. I've lost them and kept them lost, you know? So when you're shifting up and they're not ready, they'll stay. You'll just keep going. But when they're ready, they can quickly just go and be like, hey, remember me? You know? And sometimes when you level up, it encourages those other energies to do their work so they can come too at a different time. So you stepping away can empower other people as well. You know, for you stepping in, going, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to pledge forward, and, you know, whoever's with me is with me, and who's not is not, and I'll see you on the other side. You know, it can be really motivating for other people to be like, wow, you know, I don't see her anymore. I wonder what she's doing. Oh, wow, well, look what she's doing. Oh, I wonder what I can be doing. You know, it can sometimes be motivational too. So don't forget that your struggles will help everybody else too. That's testimony. This is one thing I like about churches that do the testimony, and you stand up and you tell your story and you bare your soul, you know, because it's grounding and it's uniting, because it reminds other people, wow, they went through that, but like I see them like this. How did they ever do that? You know, how does this expand? Oh no, I can't hear you. I'm so sorry.
There's no such thing as an original experience.
Yeah, as much as we want to think it all is.
My best friend from high school.
Hi, Lexus. Thanks for coming.
We got each other through high school. The hardest time of our life.
The hardest time of all life. I tell everybody, if you can keep your kids good spirits through high school, they'll survive anything.
Yeah, life. Okay, so what do we?
I'm sorry, my audio is terrible. Maybe if I step down, it'll work better,
Okay.
Luca.
Okay.
And
Go
I'll
ahead.
stay in. I'll type. I can still talk. You can ask me anything, and anybody can message me anytime. I'm always here.
Thank you,
I like
Fran.
to share and I like to talk.
Thanks for your reading.
Thank you for allowing me to read you and for sharing with me. I really appreciate it. It's an honor. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Fran.
Love you so much. Bye, guys.
Love you too. Okay. Can you hear me now? Is audio okay?
Yep.
Cool. Again, thank you so much. And I'm going to guess that's tea in your cup.
Yes.
You're not a coffee drinker. What kind of tea do you like?
This is raspberry leaf tea.
Oh, yes.
Women.
I love raspberry tea. Raspberry mint tea is my favorite. That's my favorite. So, funny that Cran will talk about testimony. I think that's the reason why I first contacted you to see if you would want to come on and share with our community a little bit of a testimony about your career. Maybe not your personal life, but your career. I have been following you for a little bit, and big fan of the music. I used to love watching you in Periscope, but I'd stay in the comments. I would never really speak up. I was a bit too shy back then. This, for me, now being on camera is pretty huge for me. I'm not a fan of the camera, but it's something I asked for, and I think I shared with you what I'd like to have in this community. And having you on tonight, I think, is really going to make some changes. It has already in my profile, so thank you for that. It really felt good to do that. Everything became like an explosion in my mind when I read your message. Damn, I'm already learning from her, and I haven't even. So thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Thank you for taking my advice. A lot of times people ask me how to grow on social media, and I would love to be a full-time social media coach, but what I'm finding for clients that I work with, people are reluctant to listen to what I have to say. They think by association with me, then they'll just grow their following, but they don't want to put in the work. But honestly, social media is so much like fitness. You have to show up,
Mm.
and consistency matters. And you have to do things that you enjoy. It's like when you're trying to get in shape, if you're doing something you hate, like running, when you
Mhm.
could do something you love, like tennis or whatever, that's that's exactly like my point. You have to find what your niche is, do something you enjoy, and just be consistent at it. And so I'm glad to see that you're willing to take constructive criticism and just run with it. And you did a great job. Everything looks so much better now. So good job.
Well, I appreciate that. And like I said, it didn't occur to me before this. I thought I thought it looked okay. I thought, I had my three or so likes on my posts, and I was happy with that. But I do want to make a difference. I want to leave uh, a legacy for my children, something they can look back and say, "Wow, my dad at his age got back on social media, got in front of the camera after all these years of hating it, and put his mouth where his, and did the action, did the work."
Oh yeah.
And I have to, I want to, something I want to do. I'm passionate about helping others.
Oh yeah.
I think
There, you're doing it.
so. I've got a whole 5 pages worth of notes from you just from Instagram.
Okay.
Originally, I had you from Kona on the Big Island.
Originally, yes.
Okay. And Filipino Japanese?
Yes. Half Filipino Japanese, and then I'm Irish German, uh, a little bit of Italian, and Ashkenazi Jewish. Random.
Whoa. Okay. We call that chop suey here in Hawaii, right? So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Tell us, would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself, what you do, what your career is right now?
Well, right now, or like everything, because it's all changing.
How about right now?
Right now, I am currently studying. I'm in my 200-hour yoga teacher training with Ignite Wellness Collective. So I'm doing a hybrid training. Um, we are studying breath work, yoga, sound healing, and meditation. I'm kind of also focusing on Spanish on the side, and I'm honing in my nutrition and my fitness. I'm kind of on a 3 month yoga retreat right now. So my classes are online, but I have a version in Scottsdale. I'm done with this segment. Um, it's kind of isolating. It seems very, because it's a lot of information and because
Mhm.
it's forming my body. Um, I spend a lot of time just like laying by the pool and just chilling out. But as a projector, that's my human design. We do a lot of our work inward, so people can view us as like lazy or snuggly or unproductive, but really we work really efficiently in spurts of time. So like when I create content, because I also am a content creator, so that's my other job. Um, I batch content. So I do all of my content for the whole week in one day. And the rest of the week I just monetize it. So um, my
Oh.
my income is coming solely from TikTok right now, though, um, and it's really fun. I love it.
Okay, I'm not on TikTok, so I guess I have to go find out what the heck this TikTok is all about. Because I'm one of the few that's not on TikTok.
You're gonna have to if you want to grow on Instagram. You have to get on TikTok.
Okay. I will look into it for sure. Absolutely look into it.
Don't get too intimidated by it. What I tell my clients is the first thing that I want you to do is make a profile, link it to your Instagram, and start watching videos and interacting with videos that you are interested in. Don't interact with videos that you don't like. That's the mistake people make. Like people who are haters, they'll go and they'll comment mean comments on videos they don't like, and then their entire feed will become what you don't like. It's just like manifesting. You're gonna attract something you don't want to happen.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now I know we talked about your story, your background, how you got to where you are today. And I remember saying to you that your story is going to be inspiring. Your testimony is going to inspire some young girl, some young guy who is looking to boost himself through social media to make a difference, to make content. Is that something you'd like to share?
Um,
Because at one point I remember you were solely, I think, on Periscope at one time, and I wasn't on Instagram at that time. But I think I first followed you in May of 2016, and
yeah,
you were just starting to take off in Instagram.
I got on Periscope and I suddenly went super viral because I went live while it was snowing on Loa. And I was like, it's snowing in Hawaii. But it was snowing so hard that I couldn't see the screen. But I
Mm.
was being silly with my best friend Sam at the time, and we were building a snowman. We even put Chi-Chi's on the snowman. We had no idea that a million people were watching us. And Periscope featured me on the front page of their feed, which they only do one video. They would only do one video per day. So
Mhm.
I got a million likes on Periscope, and I made the app so I could have my mom tune in and watch my shows. And tune in, you remember, I would just tune in to the my best friend was texting me from high school. She was like, I think I'm right now, so it distracted me. It's really,
It's all right. It's okay.
but I became successful on there because of the snow, but then people stayed because of the music.
Mm.
And I remember at one point I had like 3,000 people watching me sing live from the in this little tiny coffee shop. And there was nobody in there, but there was 3,000 people watching me. And it was really, really fun. And just like Periscope at that time gave me the confidence I needed to drop my own album because I knew that people liked my music.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, because I always felt like I wasn't good enough to make my own album. I felt people wouldn't listen to my songs. Just that I had a music producer who was a Grammy Award winning producer tell me that my song Butterflies was trash and that I should just trash it and not.
Oh,
And that song, so after that, I quit music for like a couple months. I was like heartbroken that 'cause that was the best song that I thought that I had ever written at the time. And one day I was just depressed and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this for me. For my birthday, I'm gonna record this song and I'm gonna release it as a
good for
single.
you.
And that song was number one on the chart for 3 weeks and top five for 11 weeks that summer.
Dang.
So,
What was the name of the song? Butterfly?
Butterflies. It's on Spotify. Find it. Apple Music. My album,
iTunes,
yeah,
Pandora, Amazon Music.
it's on all streaming platforms.
Okay, I'm gonna go look for that.
And I just remember feeling like there's a pattern in my life where people will just tell me no, 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 you can't do this, you're not good enough. And I have trauma from being extreme bullied in middle school. There are some people that claim that I wasn't bullied. They went to high school with me, but I wasn't bullied in high school. I was bullied in middle school.
Middle school.
Like the most developmental hormonal years of your life. Everybody smells like BO. Everybody's figuring it out. Body's changing. I had these little Harry Potter glasses. I was teased for reading Harry Potter books. This was before the movies came out. I read the books as they came out, and I was teased so badly that I didn't finish the series. I stopped at the Goblet of Fire. I stopped in the middle of, and I decided that I wanted to be cooler. So I was like, well, maybe playing the guitar will make me cooler. That was like, so the theme is I had outside sources trying to bring me down constantly, and I was like, you know what? No. I'm going to take this into my hands, and I'm going to, anytime somebody tried to bring me down, it was motivation for me to rise higher. So,
Not everybody has that strength. I wasn't bullied in school at all. I was actually one of the bullies, and I didn't realize how it affects others. And it's not just for that day, but it can cause trauma for years. And it's not everybody that has that strength that can pick themselves up and say, keep going at it, keep going at it, keep hitting it, keep hitting it. And I think that's part of your testimony, part of your story about why you were able to be where you are today in your career, in the content that you make, in the music that you make. I remember watching you Sundays for brunch, singing in a little cafe, and it was some of my favorite times because that was my clean the house, clean the kitchen time, and I'd watch you on Periscope singing your music, and it was just awesome. I had like the best feelings, and I was actually kind of newly divorced then, and I was looking for something that would bring me a little bit joy in my life, and your music did that for me.
well,
I
thank you.
really like that, and I appreciate that.
I'm glad that I hopped on with you because I felt at the time that my Periscope following built like some of my most loyal fans that I've ever had.
Hmm.
And it was a different platform. It was
It was.
so positive. I never had mean comments on Periscope, and I had a million likes. I don't even remember how many followers I had. That was the first time that I felt that I ever went viral. And what I try to tell people too is like, there's no secret formula to going viral. There's no formula to branding. You are the brand. All I that can prove that this works is share my true story. That's it. I tell
I like
people
that.
there are beautiful, beautiful models, handsome models that reach out to me. How do I go viral? What do I do? Okay, well, the only thing your followers know about you is that you're really good looking. And that's not enough. You need to do more. You need to share things with your audience that helps them connect with you. And that's just the only difference between, that's what, I mean, that's the only similarity between Instagram, Periscope, all these other things. The only platform that I've never gone viral on was YouTube, but I didn't do vlogging, which is what I should have done. Because those are the people that got successful. They're telling their story. That's the difference. I was just putting up music, and I have like songs from my college dorm room that are still up there that sometimes people will come across and they'll be like, "Is this you?"
Oh, maybe your calling was not YouTube yet. Maybe your calling is where you're supposed to be right now
I had a
on Instagram or TikTok.
I had a Reiki healing reading last night from a girl that follows me on TikTok. We actually became friends. And she said that my calling is now. and it's huge, and not to be scared that I'm gonna grow into it. So I don't know what that means exactly. We don't know. It's kind of cryptic. We just have to do what we have to do. But I do feel like what I'm doing right now is so different from what I've ever done, but it makes so much sense. There's no forcing at all.
So different in a good way.
Yeah, like I do my homework for what I'm studying, and I'm just like, it flows out of me naturally. Like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
So in the last 15 minutes that we've been talking, this is what I'm hearing. And this is from you speaking. There is so much experience and so much knowledge. And most of all, like you said, that you've done your homework. You've done your research. And you see what works and what hasn't worked for you. And you've really started to just change my way of thinking as well. Because sometimes I can be just totally focused on the goal and not understand what's going to help get me to that goal. All I know is I'm going to get there one way or the other. It doesn't matter how. It doesn't matter with me. But it doesn't always work that way.
Actually, that's the hardest part about creating a life that you dream of. Um, I'm always very proud of people like who are able to change their career path that they've been so set on, that they've put in all of the time, they have the work experience. Because when you change something like that, then it works. It's like traveling. It's like you have to just decide where you want to go, book the ticket, and the rest of the trip falls together because that's what you did. And then with motivation, you keep thinking about. I just read this book called Becoming Supernatural, and it explains the science behind manifestation. So everything that we want, right, everything that we, every possibility of our timeline already exists in quantum, which is like another dimension, which is all around us. So if you align an intention with an elevated emotion, that is how you raise vibration in your frequency, tune with what the possibility is. So all you're doing is like say this is your life. This is where you are and this is where you want to be. All you is believe that you're already here and tune into that with an elevated emotion. Where if I'm trying to manifest a job, then I say, this is what I want. I want to be able to work from anywhere in the world. I want weekends off always and paid vacations. And the elevated emotion that comes with that is independence, empowerment, freedom, financial security. You have to believe that you already have these things, and then you manifest your next thing. I
like that. So you are spiritual. I didn't know that before tonight.
Yeah.
You are very spiritual.
I try not to use with my following. I don't want people who are more religious or more spiritual to
Sure.
not feel like they can't follow me. So I just try to use blanket words like manifesting and things like that instead of like one or the other. So
Right, I noticed that.
yeah. Also, you should know that religious beliefs and politics will get you shadow banned, where the algorithm will block from being seen.
I've heard that.
Okay.
I've never heard of the word shadow band until last year. So I did hear that.
Yeah.
So, does that mean you no longer perform or do gigs anymore?
I just did my first gig in 2 years, like I want to say 6 weeks ago, I think it was. We got our band back together for a gig on a flower farm, and that was really
Oh,
fun.
cool.
Um,
Cool.
but with the pandemic, all the gigs were shut down, and then when they reopened, the competition was insane. Like
Okay.
gigs were booked out like 6 months to a year, and I'm that far ahead with my life. That's just not happening. I go
Yeah.
like month by month. I have a plan till Christmas at this point, and that's like the farthest ahead I've planned in years.
Hmm. The type of guitar you have, I noticed you said it's called Breedlove. Did I pronounce it correctly?
Hi, Taylor.
I've never heard of that guitar before. I like to play guitar. I play music.
It's organ made. It's the quality level is up there with Taylor and Martin, but they do tend to be more heavier and more custom quality. If you ever get a chance, look, go in. I think they have them at most guitar centers. A lot of places, if you know Breedlove, you know. That's the only guitar
Okay.
I'm playing. I only play Breedlove my whole life. Like since
You have two of them.
I have two, yeah. Um,
I like I like the story about how you get your second one
yeah.
with the cutaway. That's
Yep.
kind of neat. That's kind of romantic.
That was. That was.
Yeah.
He was good. He was good before it went bad, you know?
Isn't that always the case? It's great, then it becomes good, then it becomes okay, and then it's just flatline after that.
There
Yeah.
were forces involved, but we won't go down that depressing story.
Okay, we won't go. I won't even ask that. But one of my questions was that I was asked specifically to ask you, single, engaged, married.
Uh, I have a boyfriend, so none. Legally,
Okay, that
on a piece of paper, it's when it says, legal single. So legally, I'm single, but I
okay.
who is the best partner I've ever had.
Cool.
So thank
I guess I left out it's complicated then.
he's a he's a race car driver. He's a very busy man.
Oh, explains your post. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Cool. Um, one of your posts, you said you do this family thing. Remember? Back in 2017? There's this family thing that you do where you like to take walks, day-to-day walks, and you find these heart-shaped rocks,
We
and
still
you share them with your family. You still do that?
yep.
The reason why I brought that up is one of the things I've been talking about in the past is that because of um, how things have become so easy for us to contact each other through um, technology. I think a lot of us have forgotten there's an art to communication. There's an art to a one-on-one talking to each other. And that for me is one of the cutest things I've ever heard. Because in my family, we've never done something like that. We've never shared, hey, I got a little love note for you. But when I read your post about that, I said, man, that is cool.
Yeah. I should do that tomorrow. It's hot though. I don't really want to be walking outside. I'm in the desert.
Oh, I bet. I was complaining earlier that it was 5:30 and 80 degrees here. I bet it's more there.
I think it's in the 80s and 90s every day, but it's really desert hot. It's dry. It's like Vegas.
Oh
We
yeah, that's hot. That's fine.
Somebody asked the question. Stacy said, "Was there a particular moment you fell in love with music?" I can tell you that story. I think I've told my Periscope followers probably heard this before. But I was 7 years old, and my dad brought me to a Brada Is concert, Israel Kamakawiwo'ole. And I was
Hmm.
on his shoulders, and I was watching this huge man sing a beautiful melody with his little tiny ukulele. And I thought to myself, I'm little. I could probably play that kind. And I tapped on his head and I asked him, I said, I want one of those. So he got me one, and it was fully my idea. Luckily, we had music class at my school. At the time, I was going to Ho'okana Elementary School, and I've been a musician ever since. But I just remember that feeling like, I want to do that. I want to be like, and that was one of his last concerts he ever played before he passed away.
Brother Is was actually a classmate of mine. We went to the same school.
No way.
Yeah, and we used to cut class and play pencil fight next to the gym, and he
That's great.
always told jokes every single time. Everything about him was jokes, but he had the biggest heart.
That's awesome.
Yeah, when he passed away, it was I mean you know what happened when he passed away. The whole state probably shut down.
Yeah.
That's a big impact really on the music industry and on the state of Hawaii.
Yeah. He was the greatest of Hawaii, for sure.
That is so amazing that you were influenced by Brother Is, because that man had so much creative juices in him that when he actually split from the group, because there was a difference in the kind of music they wanted to make, that's why he left the group. He had so much creative juices, and it showed in his very first album.
Yeah. He was incredible.
He was.
I
He wasn't.
When I was performing full time, I used to have a lot of people request Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and I would tell them I can't sing it better than him. That was just one of those songs that I never wanted to play because I felt I couldn't do it justice. And there are a few
Yeah.
songs that I love, but if I don't feel it, if I don't feel like I am doing this song justice, then I'm not gonna play it.
Man, that's real. That's humility right there.
Yeah. Another cool thing that happened was my first song that I learned to play on the ukulele was um, Island Style by John Cruz.
Oh yes.
And I went to this singer-songwriter festival, and they kind of herd you like cattle. There's like thousands of people there, but they try to break you up in little tiny groups. So I got my groups, and they're like, you're going to be in this room at this time with only 15 people. And I show up, and it's a workshop with a songwriter. And I show up, and it's John Cruz out of all the people, all the things, all the places. Like, it's just like the synchronicities that keep you keep you going. I really, really in the future want to record more music. I
Good.
don't know if I'll do a full album, but I definitely want to drop a couple singles and see just how it goes. And there's a lot more that goes into recording an album, um, but singles are much easier to release. I haven't written a song in a long time, but I also haven't really sat down and tried. So,
Something tells me it doesn't take you much to sit down and try and write a song.
yeah.
I mean, I think you have enough life experience where you can just say, all right, today I want to write about how I got here. Today I want to write about how I manifested this lifestyle or whatever the case is.
Honestly,
Because,
I write my best music when, and I've been happier the last 3 years with my current boyfriend than I've been in a. So there's no like drama to like write about. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
and then when we first met, when I should have been writing love songs, we were traveling all over the place. And I didn't have a guitar with me ever. So I feel like when you first fall in love with someone, there's like a window where all this happen. And then that window passes. And then later it's Heartbreak, and that window's there, so you got to jump on that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if life gives you heartbreak, you got to get something out of it, you know? Turn it around for you, make it work for you instead.
Yeah.
You know? Let me switch gears a little bit. Can you tell us about your brand? Can you tell us about your company, Cabela?
So Cavella was inspired by my uncle who passed away. He was the same age as me because my papa was actually he ran security for Cecilio and Capono
Oh,
and
no way.
traveled the world going on tour with them. So he was quite a ladies' man. And so Jakey was his nickname, was born the same year as me. And he unfortunately was killed in Portland. And I knew that when he first died, I wanted to get his name tattooed right here. I decided not to ever get tattoos though, which actually was a really good thing because I was
Okay, Jakey, I'm sorry, Jakey is who?
my
Is
uncle.
that a relative? Oh, your uncle. Okay,
So Jakey is Cavella.
Cabela. Okay, got it. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I want music. I wanted that as a reminder to always breathe deep. Never did it, thankfully, but I knew that I wanted this name to carry on. And when I decided to make my own brand, that's what the name was going to be. I just knew right. So I developed my own brand of labels because I use them for every single photo shoot, and I couldn't find one that was not sticky,
Mm,
that was good for you without a bunch of weird chemicals. There was a few other things that I wanted the body oil to be. I wanted it to be vegan and reef safe. And then I did the line. We have a face SPF because I felt responsible. If I'm gonna encourage people to be tanning or laying in the sun, like please wear sunscreen at least on your face. That was my plan. We're about to drop our lip balm. I think we're doing it next week, but I haven't had a date yet of when I'm gonna get my photos back. So, and then we also have a swimwear line.
okay, so I know you have that. Is that the CEO, the company that you're CEO on?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so would you do us a favor? Will you let us know what Cabela's Instagram is so we can have people go out and
I'll
follow and check out the product?
I'll comment it right now.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, I did see you had that shimmer oil, and I did send you a message about that. The shimmer oil with all the little glitter, and I thought that's cool. Not for
Yeah.
me, because my skin's already brown, but for people who are a little bit light skinned, it's pretty cool.
Oh, we also have a men's one, so no glitter in it.
I think you said there was a cacao oil for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cool.
Um,
And you have a Malama moisturizer. Is that the SPF you're talking about?
yep. It doubles as a face moisturizer, so you don't have to put lotion under it, unlike other sunscreens.
Very cool.
And I am no longer, I'm retired from being vegan.
Ah, okay, got it. Got it. Now, I think I got just a couple more questions because I know we wanted to keep it to an hour, but I saw in your stories that you read tarot.
Actually, not yet. I read tarot for myself, but I'm about to take 8 weeks of private lessons. After my yoga teacher training, we decided to wait um, from a really great local girl. She lives here. She has a tarot salon. That's what she calls it.
Oh, okay. You
Um,
know, I'm actually trying to learn that as well, but there is just so much to be learned.
if you are super interested in it, then you should. I can send you my friends, the coaches info, and you can maybe enroll in one of her courses. She does it all online, so it's really easy.
Okay, yeah, that'd be good. That'd be cool. You know what? During our conversation, you pretty much answered all 500 questions I had written down.
Really? I have more time if you want to ask any more questions or if anybody else wants to.
Yes, actually, I did want to open up the call-in for someone who wanted to call in. There was someone here earlier that wanted to call in. I don't know if they're still here, but I am going to ask someone in particular if that's okay with you. I'm not sure if you got a chance to contact with Jade Tiger. Um, she is good. She's actually my partner in putting this whole thing together. She makes me look good, so I can just sit here and wrap my mouth and talk story a little bit. Um, on Instagram, you have over 2,500 posts. There she is. There's my partner. Hey, Chris. Look who it is. Oh, wow. Look who it is. It's
My,
Victoria.
he's on this side for me.
All right, Chris. It's your turn.
Okay.
What would you like to ask?
I was just trying to get everyone's questions and get them over. I think all of them were answered. I was trying to write, and I just kept freezing up, so I had to come in and out. So I hope I got everyone's questions down. I think. Oh, Victoria, what is your skincare routine?
My skincare routine is
That's a question a guy wouldn't ask, okay? What's your skincare routine? Or what's your nightly routine? Or what do you do
Soap
if
and
you
water.
break out in acne? Right. That's not questions a guy would ask, so thank you, Chris. Thank you.
Mexican food. So I always moisturize. So I lately I've been really into this brand called Sorella. And so I do a cleanser. They have like an orange cleanser. And then I do their Super Greens moisturizer. And then I do a toner that I spray on top at night. That's my nightly routine. And then my morning routine um, is the same, except I add my SPF.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
When I first told Grizz, I said, hey, I just messaged this person, which is Victoria. Go check out her Instagram. Tell me what you think. Immediately, she messaged me and texted me back. She's gorgeous. I said, yeah, she is. But she's also, she's a great musician. She's a great singer. And look at her content. I mean, it's absolutely
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
At such a young age. Now, we don't ask ages around here because I think that's inappropriate. And I'll never tell you I'm 35, but, again, that's inappropriate. But for your young age, having the experience, having the life lessons, being where you are today, I think this is absolutely amazing.
It
It
is.
really is.
Yeah, I had no idea, seeing it, right away I'm like, gorgeous, she's a model, then I saw, the skin, the makeup and your line. But then when I saw pictures of you playing, I was like, oh my gosh. And I think Luca, you told me, yeah, she's also a musician. And I'm just like, what does she not do?
I know, right?
That's
She
more like the
she
question.
got dealt she got dealt the great card. She can sing, she can write, she's a CEO, she has her own brand, she's a model, she's a content creator. She spoke to God and he gave her 3 extra days and 3 extra hours in the day. So I don't know where I went wrong.
Me
I
too,
must have done something wrong in my past life
right?
that I got 3 hours taken away from me. My day is 21 hours a day.
I say all the time, what did I do in the past life to deserve this, or what's going on? That's karma here.
When I
I think go ahead, Victoria.
when I was a kid, my mom used to say, "Nurture your gift, and one day they will nurture you." And I really took that with me because I always I always had hobbies,
Mm-hmm.
and then I figured out how to make money off of them. That was, I guess, that's my strength. You
Yeah,
you can't have a job that you enjoy if you don't start doing that job for fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what it is you want to get into. Start there. Figure out one thing that you really, really, and you get on TikTok and YouTube and you figure it out. And
Mm-hmm.
you're going to find that one thing that you're like, you know what? I can make doing this. I love cooking. I can do this. My friend Taylor, that's in here right now, she loves cooking and she created a business called Tailored Meals, where she was meal prepping for people. And that business has since sold 2 times. She sold it and then it
Oh,
just sold again to another one of our friends on the Big Island. And it's like everybody knows the business. And
mm-hmm.
that's because she turned her passion into income.
Yeah. Wow. In fact, she just a bit ago she said, I think I need to join this conversation. So I'm not sure if she wants
Yeah, I
to.
tried. I'm trying to add her right now. So while Victoria was trying to figure out, I've got these hobbies, I've got this passion. I'm going to use it to my advantage. I'm going to make a life for myself. I was too busy running around the street playing tag with my slippers on my hand, chasing after girls and trying to get them out. While she was figuring out how to change her life, I was doing that kind of crap. No wonder I'm so far behind.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on.
It's, we're like, I'm working on believing in myself, you know. Um, so I know it's hard for a lot of people, especially girls, women growing up. You know, you just get, I think you get hit more than, I mean, I'm just saying more than boys growing up, junior high, high school. Those are tough ages, you know, and especially, you know, seeing all this, you know, social media, this and that. I know personally because of my daughter, like we've had to work with her self-esteem. And so that sometimes is just, you know, you feel so vulnerable getting yourself out there, you know, almost like marketing yourself. But I like how you said you need to basically enjoy it. Whatever you enjoy, just go for it. You know, instead of just trying to market something that, okay, I need to make money. Let's try this. So yeah, take your hobby, you know, your passion and just work it and know that you're probably gonna get, you know, comments and, you know, people that will bully, but it's their own it's their own thing that they're going through. It's not yours, you know. They're going through their own issues. They may be going through a power trip every time they, you know, they comment something rude. So I just feel, you know, I always talk to her and tell her that just take it as that. Everyone's, you know, everyone's just fighting their own war. So you just don't know what they're going through. But you know, I'm glad you mentioned that. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Grace is our mama bear of the community. She's our little mama bear. She's very protective of everybody in the community and the group. So I
Even
got two
Luca.
questions that popped up on screen. Two questions popped up on screen. One is traveling. You like to travel. I know you traveled to Bali and Mexico. So other places that you like to travel to?
I've been to my favorite place that I've been to so far was Bali. I didn't really like Thailand as much, but it was really beautiful. Costa Rica last on my list. I thought it was, if you're trying to get a Latin experience, you can get a far more authentic, easier flight and better food if you come to Mexico. Um, I have never been to Europe, and I plan on going to Egypt soon.
Oh wow.
Um, but I definitely want to hit some more countries before I decide that I'm gonna get some real bills, have my cell phone bill. So that really helps.
We know what that means. We
Yeah.
all know what that means. Yeah, got it.
Oh,
And then the last question I have is, I swear, I looked at some of your posts. Okay, I'll admit I trolled your account last night or yesterday to kind of get a better idea of who you really are.
That's
And
exactly,
I'm sure,
just so you know.
I'm sure I'm not the only one that did that, but I noticed you're like the animal whisperer
I am.
because it's, yeah, In
I saw
some
the
of your
horse.
posts, you have a okay, yeah, that, and she has a monkey on her head in one post, and I think she's hugging a black bear in another post. They're standing up
I
right
missed
next to it in another post, and of course, my favorite post of all, she is holding the trunk of an elephant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, I love animals. I also have swim with sharks, three tiger
yeah,
sharks. I just recently swam with sea lions. Um, I guess it is true what they say. Like animals know if you're gonna be or not,
mhm,
because they will not
yeah,
be around you.
yeah.
And it's not just
Horse,
some of those photos, like the bear. I mean, that was obviously in captivity, but like swimming with sharks in the wild. I feel like if you're not a good person, you're gonna get eaten. That was where I was like, I guess I'm not that bad.
yeah, okay. I don't like swimming in the ocean because I can't swim. It's why. I've never hugged a bear because Hawaii don't have bears. I only rode a horse once and he kicked me off. And I've never been around monkeys except my children. But I don't put them on my head. I
That
don't put them on my head.
I do want to say, don't ever think that you're behind on anything because you're in a completely different like era than this era is. We have more resources. We have education at our fingertips for free online.
Hmm.
Um, and you have children. That's your legacy. You're not behind on anything. They're like that's one of the greatest things you could ever do in your life is procreate.
Aw, I like that.
Okay.
Makes me feel
So
so.
so actually, 15 years ago, I was ahead of my time. 15 years later, I'm actually watching everybody go by. I people watch. That's what I'm doing. But I mean, I've gotten a chance to meet some really good people through Periscope and now through Instagram, creating our family here on Instagram Live and weeklies. And guys, if you haven't followed Victoria yet, please do so. Please go check out her Instagram, go check out her TikTok. Let's get her to viral on TikTok. And then when she's ready to go on YouTube, let's go ahead and follow her and subscribe on YouTube. I know I want to be there and listen to her music because I think she's a great singer. She actually reminds me of the ahead of her time in music 5, 6 years ago when Billie Eilish wasn't even up and coming. Her mood, her type of music, her voice, it's just that, and it's so attractive and it's
Mm-hmm.
so peaceful, and it's really gotten me through a lot of tough times and really bad dark times.
Yeah.
And 5, 6 years later now, I'm sitting here having a conversation with this person. I'll be honest, I was totally nervous the whole week. Chris knows, everybody knew. I won't show it. I was totally nervous. And the more I think we conversed on direct message, I kept saying to myself, man, this girl, she's direct to the point. She's like, no time wasted. Now I understand. No time wasted. Oh, let's see. I think Taylor, there she
Taylor,
goes.
I think you should do her. You should interview her. You should interview Taylor. Give her her own segment. She's a crazy entrepreneur. She's really good.
Oh, I'd love to.
if it starts cutting off, I'll get down, and then that way.
Hi, guys.
Oh my
Hi, Taylor.
Hello,
What?
Victoria. So, Victoria is my girl.
I never-
I wish
I
I could
could,
just jump through the screen right now and just give you a big hug.
I know. It's been so long.
So, hi, everybody. I'm Taylor.
Hi,
Hi,
Taylor.
Taylor. Can I ask what part of the world you're in without giving details?
I'm in Phoenix, Arizona.
Ah,
Ooh, Mesa.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, you're
Oh,
just
so
like
you,
30 minutes
Hawaii,
away.
but
So you Arizonians can go connect later, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
But but Taylor, seriously, if Victoria says I need to get you on and put you on your own segment,
I just want to
that's
get
what
here
we are
and to
going to do.
like tell you how amazing that girl right down there on that little screen. She's so cool. Like I met her about what 7 years ago?
Probably, yeah.
7 years ago. And she's the most badass I've ever seen in my life. We were on a paddle team and she was like the head. And she what's that? What is it called?
Kahitu. Oh, I was a stroker. I was.
Yeah, you were the stroker, and she was just so badass. But she inspired me. I think I inspired her a little bit too. Like she's a singer songwriter. I'm a chef. I had a business in Hawaii on the Big Island, and like we both like were so young, and we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. We were with the wrong. Sorry, excuse my language. We didn't know what we were doing, but like we made it. Like we fucking killed it.
Yeah.
Killed it.
I forgot how young we were. We were so.
I know. But
Oh,
like,
get out of here. I told you, we're not talking about ages here. You what, 26,
no, but like,
25?
like what? Talk about like such a like me and her power couple. Like we were like nonstop, just like we wanted to take over, like just being successful and finding out what we wanted in our lives and what made us happy and driven and like like at the time we didn't know it. We were with the wrong people, like especially our significant other. It's so weird to talk about because it's so gross. But like we fucking did it, and I'm so proud of you because you are just so you're an inspiration to me, and I watch you every single day with your modeling and your singing, and you need to do more singing, by the way. Do I have to remind you? And I need to do more cooking, but I
Yeah, I have a
did
lot.
I just like come on like in a blur?
No. And I always think of you when I think of that era in that stage in our life because I remember us sitting in a little cafe in the club in Kona. The gym was called the club.
I
And
know, I remember.
I was just telling them like we're not actually in a club. We were in the gym.
Yeah, we were at the club. We were working out. We were training to be like the best we could be. I created one of the biggest meal prep businesses in Kona, and it's still there, which is really cool. And one of your friends just bought it.
I know.
What the fuck?
I know. It's crazy.
It's so cool.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Like,
I remember sitting down with each other and being I was like, I wanna be a full-time singer. And you're like, yeah, I want to build a business and be a chef. And you're like, remember you saying, I'm sick of training people and they're not getting the results because they don't have a good diet and don't know what to eat.
yeah,
And I was like, I'm sick of being broke and serving tacos at Oceans on Taco Tuesday. So
exactly.
of it,
Yeah.
full-blown CEO delivering like 500 meals a day, and I was singing at the Four Seasons. Like,
Yeah. But you know what?
But it was all of this building blocks
Yeah.
that was putting together in your life so that you can have your power moment. where you are
Totally.
now.
Yeah. I think me and her, like, we had a lot of big goals in life. Like, we sat down so many times, and she told me, she's like, I'm not like I'm gonna kill it in life. I'm gonna be the best I can be. I'm gonna be the best friend. I'm gonna be the best athlete, which you were, which you are, and the best singer and the best businesswoman. and you are. And it's so cool. Like, we both had the same goals, and we really killed it.
Yeah,
Like, we did.
we did.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm excited to get to know you, then, Taylor.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I'm gonna put you in the spot because I do this
Sorry,
once a week.
I look a little like haggard right now. I just got
Oh
I
no.
just got out of the like cook. I just got out of a really cool kitchen in Phoenix, Arizona, and I was like cooking in the kitchen, and you know, having some fun.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Food,
great.
food and beverages. Food and
What
beverages in my background, so
You
I
have
love it.
restaurant in Phoenix?
Huh?
You own a restaurant in Phoenix?
No, I owned a restaurant. It was Tailored Meals and Kona Big Island. I sold it 2 years ago, and it just resold. But the legacy of Tailored Meals, say it right now,
Tailored Meals. You did this.
no, it lives on.
It lives on the show.
It lives on.
I love that
Because,
no one ever changed the name or the logo too. I love that.
dude, it's like the coolest shit ever, because like I built this business when I was 23 years old. I built it out of my kitchen. I was a personal trainer. I had all these clients. And I'm not trying to steal your thunder right now, but I'm just trying to say,
Yep.
like,
Please do.
it's fucking cool. Like, I had all these clients, they weren't making progress, but I was like, I'm a chef, so I could cook for you. So for like 2 years, I gained like 30 clients, and I was cooking for all of these people. And I was making so many meals, and all of that money that I had made, God, it's so weird how much money you can make off of making so many
Okay,
meals.
now wait. I'm gonna stop you, Taylor.
Stop
I
me.
don't want you to. I don't want to give. I don't want you to give out all the cookies before we have you on. We have to save some of those cookies when I have you on as a guest. You agree, Victoria?
He wants to give you your own segment. You should do it next week.
I have to listen to my coach. You know, see my coach right there, Nick, with
Okay.
the teacup in her
Whatever
hand.
you want to do. Huh?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and message you in the next couple of days, but I do want to give you a segment. You have an
Okay.
interesting
All right.
story to
Well,
share.
I'm not, the only thing that I'm trying to say is I met this amazing woman because of like what I created. Like I lived in Hawaii, and I met so many awesome people, but I met this girl, and she inspired me so much. Like, there's not a lot of people, especially women, who make you want to be just like on top of your game. But Victoria Prince was like my girl, and we were like partners in crime. She was like side by side every single day, and I miss her so much, and I'm very proud of her, and I just wanted to say that.
Dude, I feel the same
Thank you.
exact way about you. You were such an inspiration to me. You taught me how to work out, by the way. I did not
Yeah,
do it.
I need to work out, by the way, because I've been on vacation for 3 months, and I think I'm getting a little sloppy. Sorry.
You taught me how to work out. You
No.
taught me how to prep my own meals. You taught me what I wanted, what was good to eat, even though I was vegan in the end, and you told me it probably wasn't good for me, and then it ended up being true.
Yeah. Hey, what did I always tell you? Everything that I say is right. And you know that's right, right?
Oh, you were right
Hey,
about it.
no, I was right about everything. You gotta admit it, okay? Even on live, fucking, there's only like 10 people, okay? It's all.
She's not short on confidence, that's for sure.
I know. I'm the most
No.
blunt person you'll ever meet. I'm sorry. I have no filter. I should probably put a filter on my mouth.
Thank God this video is not monetized yet. Because I have to have the editor take some stuff off. It's okay.
But we're
It's
on
fine.
live.
But I would like to put you on the spot because I do it once a week. I would like to offer you a chance to be our guest, to tell your story about how you were a chef. Huh?
That
What was that?
that would be amazing. Thank you so much.
Awesome. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. And maybe if Victoria has some free time when we do that, you can
I'm sorry,
message her and she can
I
come
didn't
back and
mean to burst in, by the way.
No, no, not at all. I loved it.
Okay. Yeah.
We
no,
were
no, we're glad that you did. We're glad that you did. It was
Yeah.
meant to be. It's supposed to happen.
yeah.
So I'm actually going to end our live here. I know it's late for a lot of us in the mainland. It's only 7 o'clock here, and in Mexico it's probably
It's 11.
what, midnight already. 11. So I'd like to first thank Victoria. I had the best time tonight, just making friends, a new friend in Victoria. And I'll tell you, I'm going to be a super fan now. I'm going to be liking every post. I turn on my post notifications for your Instagram and for Cavella, and I'm going to be watching for your YouTube. And because of you, I'm inspired to go to TikTok because of you.
That's what I
I'm
like.
going to go check it
Wow.
out, and you're going to be the first person I follow. And if you're not following certain people, I'm not going to follow them because apparently you know the right answers to it. But also, thank you, Grizz, for all the hard work in the background, making our posts, making me look good so I can come on and shoot my mouth out. And Taylor, it was a pleasure meeting you tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
You're
and agreeing
welcome.
to come on.
I apologize. It tries if I kind of like interrupted
Not
everything.
at all.
No,
I
Nope.
really I miss this girl very much, and she's such an inspiration. And you seem like you're an amazing man, and you seem amazing as well. But like
Well,
I miss this little girl right here.
aw.
I could just like hug her through the freaking phone.
well, I think we did something good tonight as a community. We got to get you and Victoria together to face at least tonight. So I'm
Yeah.
happy about that. But to all of our community, to all the people who joined tonight, to all the new viewers that joined tonight, thank you so much. I appreciate you joining us. And again, Victoria, man, I learned a lot tonight. I thought it was going to be opposite, but I learned a lot tonight. I'm humbled, I'm inspired, and I'm thankful.
Thank you.
So thank
Thank
you
you
so much.
all.
You guys have
Thank
a
you, ladies. Everybody have a good night. We'll see you guys again. Thank you.
bye.
Bye.